I acknowledge the Darkinjung First Nations custodians of this land, past, present and emerging, and give gratitude for your care and deep conversation with the land and all that exists. I welcome all of our ancestors who are with us today and those who care deeply for us. May we weave our songs and heart connections in with the song of this country and be guided by your teaching. My name is Alicia Zantea. I'm a musician, sound healer and vocal empowerment coach. The Wild Song retreats and programs have evolved from my community's desire for greater freedom of self-expression, creativity and confidence to speak up. The retreat, workshops and mentor programs are an experiential journey of what freedom feels like in your body when fear is not smothering your self-expression or your truth. It provides all the tools people need to explore what this incredible, unique instrument is capable of. Its vocal expression and its personal empowerment. The essence of Wild Song is about becoming free with who we are as unique individuals, to find your youthful, playful, expressive self and bring your gifts into the world. It empowers the full expression of soul, whether that's through communication, art, creativity, singing, or simply through presence. I take time at the start of the day to create an altar with different elements that represent the intention of the day. Like every plant has its medicine, each element of the altar reminds us what we are calling in for ourselves. The white cockatoo is a symbol of hilarious, raucous, unapologetic sound and curiosity. And I believe nature to be our greatest teacher and reminder of where we come from. When people arrive for the retreat, often they're quite nervous. They have a lot of anxiety around being seen, around taking off the masks that keep us safe behind a particular way of being.
I don't want you to hold my pain. Just breathe with me now.
It's a bit challenging as well, and for me to express myself as a voice, on my voice.
Pretty nervous.
Yes, I've got a little bit of trepidation about the day. I don't really know what's in store for me. I'm here to open up and see what happens.
This type of workshop sits right in the wheelhouse of my huge uncomfortability with expressing myself in some ways. I even feel apprehensive sometimes singing Happy Birthday, so yeah, nervous.
We begin the day with a smoking ceremony, introducing ourselves to the spirit of the land and offering our intentions for the weekend. The fire burns up the wood, just as it burns up old stories we've accumulated that aren't supporting our greatest visions. And the smoke washes through our energy field to release and make space for the new prayer and carry that forward into our lives.
Each of us brought a piece of wood. It was like a representation of all the things that we wanted to let go of. And then we'd all put it on the fire and it would just burn. And it was very symbolic, it just felt like all these emotions, all these beliefs that I've had that are holding me back, I'm just burning it away, I'm getting rid of it. It was a very powerful experience. She put acacia and eucalyptus leaves on the fire. Then we all sat down and just sort of bathed ourselves in the smoke. And it was something, there's something so primal about it. Something like, I felt like it was the spirit of the forest that is washing over us. We would cleanse ourselves in the smoke, and it just felt right. When you're staring into someone's eyes, you know, the immediate reaction is to look away because it's like you're just confronting this person just staring into you, and you're staring into this person. It's like so it's like a mirror.
Never really stared into someone else's eyes before, so that was really quite confronting at first. It quickly turned into something that I realised held a lot of value, looking at someone and seeing someone for who they really are, and having yourself be seen, feeling quite vulnerable and open.
I was curious about when, you know, I started laughing, what was coming, where it was coming from. I have no idea.
Well, looking at life, it was that sort of mirror effect for me, and just so really just draws everything into that sort of single pointed attention.
It was really nice to feel Sam and to feel his gentleness and his pain.
What I was seeing, like one stage I saw memories of his daughter being born, and then sort of bring me memories of my kids being born as well. That was quite intense.
It was quite phenomenal to see myself and my partner's defences just completely drop and just felt really safe. Feeling that safety really helped me to connect with everyone, and we can all kind of relate on that same level of dropping our guard and being vulnerable around each other, people that we'd never met before. Yeah, it was really, really interesting to see all the emotions come up and all the different defence mechanisms that come out and that we put in place to try and avoid certain things. And yeah, when I faced it and when we all faced it together, it was really quite rewarding, relieving.
It was such a beautiful opening and realisation, and I'm so excited to take that into my everyday life because it is profound.
Music can evoke so many feelings inside us. It can bypass our analytical mind and really take us on a journey. We use different exercises that teach people how to play with sound in their body, where they understand how different tones, syllables, frequencies that they're making actually affect different parts of their body, and really experience a different way of feeling sound rather than hearing sound.
We drop into this really, really deep Zen, spacious state really quickly, which was amazing and quite surprising.
Doing the humming, it was just like in this sort of container of sound, and that's just holding 100% of your attention. There was very little else going on. The sound I was generating, I wasn't really thinking about what I was going to do. It was just sort of responding to what was going on.
Let go of some holding around getting it wrong, making mistakes and being embarrassed.
The sounding that we did together was quite amazing to feel all the different parts of the body that vibrate and how you can move that all the way from the belly down the bottom up to the head. And it was really quite meditative and relaxing.
When it comes to expressing myself in various forms, like singing's been a big one for me. Like I had to take some coaching to get to the point that I could actually sing at my kid's birthday party. You know, I just couldn't sing in front of people at all. If I'm talking to people and I'm talking about matters of real importance to me, I find it hard to sort of get that out and hard to articulate with confidence.
I'm always just staying within my comfort zone, so I'm looking forward to being put in a situation where I'm out. Having some anxiety and fear around this is highlighting something to myself. I want to learn more about that. I want to see what's on the other side of the fear.
There's always just been a level of restraint in me that I don't feel comfortable expressing myself. So not comfortable singing in front of other people, and I want to be able to express myself and share myself more complete.
We then use sound to release from the body anything that feels like it's been stuck there for a long time. And we've got a pretty big forest here to make a lot of sound in.
When it started off, we were asked to go out into the forest and to just yell, to just get all that energy that's inside of us, all that negative energy, just put it out into the forest. It's probably the weirdest thing that I've done.
Like, I was screaming at the people who have always made me feel just smaller, and people who I feel like I've had to compromise around or haven't been able to be myself. And like, they were right there, and I was like, ah! About a minute or two into that, like, I just had nothing left, had no energy, and just kind of keeled over on the floor and just felt this deep sense of like relief, and I was quite relaxed.
The one thing that really stuck with me is that handing back some of that criticism to my mum in a loving way, and thanking her for the protection that she's given and she'd offered me, and not passing any judgment whatsoever, and in how I've sort of ended up here with some of these traits that I'm trying to unwind now. It's not I know it doesn't come from a place of malice. I know it doesn't come from, she'd be almost horrified to know some of the damage that she's caused.
Ah!
The day offers a toolkit for people to take back and integrate into their lives so they can be more expressive and freer with how they speak, how they sing, how they balance their energy. Using sound and vocal resonance techniques, we can actually reset the nervous system.
Anyone that has doubts about themselves that hold them back in life, whether or not they don't try new activities or they don't feel quite comfortable within themselves, I think this is a great way to smash through some of those barriers. Really, one of the things that goes away from this is just letting go. Doing something that you're really uncomfortable with in a safe environment, I think offers you a great opportunity to realise that life isn't as scary as you make it sometimes.
You don't often find yourself in a situation where you have the chance to do this, where you have the chance to just vocalise, be vulnerable, just put everything out there, and there's no judgment, no criticism going on because you're all in it together. I feel in a very different place than I was this morning. Challenged myself, moved way out of a few comfort zones, which feels great.
Today has been an amazing tool to allow flow within myself rather than these stagnant feelings of emotions being held within us. It's letting that out.
It's a beautiful expression of humanity that we have this desire to connect much more deeply than we do in our day-to-day lives, in our offices, and sometimes even in our homes.
That's so awesome.
Ay, mi tierrita viene sonriendo ya.